Here's the build that I used. I use Cloud Barret at Nerf. Go through all of the area. I was a little bit lower level. I think I was at 50, 50 when I beat. But then I started doing them, so that may be why you see that my levels that are high now. The magnifying healing, fire elemental materia and elemental materia together. Make sure that you put that on the defense side so that when Phoenix shoots a lot of fire at you, and even when this guy turns into fire, you'll be absorbing it. I have it on 3, so not only do I not take damage from it, I absorb the damage and heal from it. First strike materia. The skill master, you could go without it or not, but I just like when I was using these, it's anything to make sure that you get your ATB levels and the things that help your friends get your ATB levels. So skill master, you might not need it, but first strike material, you definitely and ATB dagger. HP up, of course. Revival just in case somebody dies because it's possible to die here. I always keep the precision defense on. It just makes it easier to block things and to perfect block so you take no damage if needed. ATB boost material is a must. There's another must have on this things to work. With Barret, I do the ATB assist for us getting a large amount for when you use moves in two of the same repeating commands. Most of the times, I just use bonus round twice, maybe sometimes, just so that a really fast animation for it, and it's so that it can bars because he's just here to kind of build the stagger game. You don't really need bars, but you allies to keep getting it. Barrier just in case you're not as high as a level. You dispel, but this would be if you when you fight him, fight Kuja 3 times. The one I'm going for, we're only gonna fight Kuja once because we're going to stun lock him, Phoenix out of reviving. I keep these on anybody I don't play all the time so that their unique abilities while you're not on them. Item master, that's only gonna work for normal, but you could do most of this build for hard. Not bad. HP materia up, steadfast block, and again another elemental and fire because I want him to heal. I use speed. This is usually on Yuffie, but speed up him shooting, and then he can reload. And then the faster he can reload, the faster you get your charge up, so that you overcharge more often and get your bars up with him. She is going to be your main damage dealer. I am using Quake or Quagga. This is like one of the most powerful magics in the game, and even if it has a high stagger rate, which means it brings up the stagger bar pretty high, and it can also petrify monsters. It's not gonna petrify this boss, but it can petrify monsters. So it's an amazing one. So I'm using magnify so that I can use it more than once. I'm using it with synergy. So every time I do an offensive, one of my other characters, he automatically she's not gonna use Quake Squadron, or it's just gonna be Quake, but it doesn't matter because that's a pretty strong one. Magic efficiency, and if I get more later on, I'm going to swift cast or potency. Magic efficiency so that it costs less, so I can continue to keep regardless. AT boost for her is a must. ATB stagger, a must. First turn, must 3, because this is gonna be your setup for the beginning of the MP up. She has to have some kind of magic up, is a must. MP up, you couldn't not have it, but that's only because it's normal. This is hard. You definitely need that. These are the 3 people I'm using. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of things maxed out. If you haven't maxed out your things, and I understand like they don't really give you a lot of chances to max out. But what I did, go to this one. Well, first off, before anything, if you have the triple armband, it's a chocobo armband. You get it from beating the races. Oh, my bad. I'm in the wrong. Here we go. Chocobo armband. It triples the amount of AP you get in it. It only has 2 slots. So what I do, I in the 2 slots, I put one of them as AP up, and then the one you want to go up. So now it's going up by, I think, because it AP up means 100%. So it doubles what you usually end up getting 13 out of here. No, I think it's 14. No, my bad. It's 16 SP out of this whole fight. 16 SP, and you would get 32 if you're when it's doubled, then triple 32, which is 96. So you would get 96 SP a battle for one material. It would still take some time, but that's probably the fastest and easy it is to get. You have to get to this one. It's called the Devil May Care Desperados. I usually, when I was doing this, I was doing it with him and you. What you really want to use is Blade Burst. Blade Burst is going to clear this gold. Enough of you. Body everywhere. 16 right there. And it's more about how fast it is. Because there are ones that give 4, 8, but it's a way longer fight. So if you're not on hard mode and you're trying to level up, this will be the fastest way to do it. Do that, you quit out of this. Not fight next person, because it still may take you some time, and he only gives 3 AP. So it's not worth it. You can switch already. When it gets to this screen, you press triangle and you retry it. So you're still getting your SP and HP and XP for the first battle, but you're just quitting out. This is the way that anything that I ended up with. So this is how I got any of those materials that are not at 3. I might not need it to Magna, but with you probably don't need it for like probably don't need it for the for res and all that. You don't need a rise right now. That was kind of me beasting to get it, but you want to get the Quake ones up for sure. At least the Quake ones, so that your build can be easy enough to fight this. Now we're gonna get into the fighting part where I actually fought them. It turned out to be 4 minutes altogether, so plus this. They're rocking. From the very start of the moves, right? The first thing you want to do is drop an arcane ward on you, and then you want to use the ATB boost. That would allow you to have 2 segments of ATB bar so that you can use Quake Aga immediately before they even get to attack. What you want to do, you want to focus on Kuja. Kuja is the one that you're going to be fighting from the beginning. You can't do much damage to Phoenix while he has the red line on, which is him being connected to other summons. So you have to kill Kuja so that you can fight. You want to whittle him down. I use AT boost with Cloud as well, and then I jump on the arcane ward so that I can use Fire Gun. Any magic you throw, you always want to be on top of the arcane water so that you can cast it twice. Baird is just your stagger machine. You want to continue to use bonus round, and maximum fury and the stagger shot to make sure that you're bringing the stagger bar as far up as possible. You don't want to. He's more just here so that he can continue to raise the stagger bar. But the people that are going to be doing the main damage is Aerith, and then the one that's going to be supporting her is Cloud when it comes to the magics. Use as many of the synergy moves that you get. I use that one because I like it has a long range, even if he's not in front of you. It's easy to do that. I also put down the basic attack riff, so now I can get her ATB off, because it's really hard to gain ATB with her when it comes to her bases because they're so slow. But if you put the one on so that you can attack, you get it. I mean, when you shoot beams when you attack, you get it much faster. And then every time you get it with her, you want to use Quake Aga or Quagga again. As you can see, I am pouring into him. I'm completely ignoring Phoenix, especially because two of my people have on the elemental link with fire. So unless it's a physical attack, most of what Phoenix is doing is getting ignored, and it's actually healing me. I choose to go for a heal, so just so that I don't have to waste it. And I have item master on, so it was a free heal. So I used the Giga Potion. Another Quick Aga, well, Fire Girl, because I have it with Cloud. You want to switch off between Cloud and her for the most point. But anytime you use the magic, you want to switch off and fight with another person. Now, Quagga's there. What's important here is that you stop him from using Rebirth Flame. What I do at first is to use Quick Aga on him again. And I double down on this because his stagger bar is it's very easy to stagger Phoenix when he's not linked to another person. So the two Quakes, you see how much stagger damage it did? On top of the people that already have shooting on him with the bonus rounds. Remember to keep replenishing the bonus round. I go for this because I know it's going to stun lock. Most of the time, I was supposed to switch the Cloud right there and start swinging while they were doing that. But it doesn't matter. We took him out of that, so now he's not going to use Rebirth Flame, which is perfect. So now we can just lay into him. I use Maximum Fury because it's hits for every bullet. It's like a basic attack. Trying to charge her up, and Phoenix is dead. And with that, you have where usually people have a like 15-20 minute battle. This was a 4 minutes and 45-second battle. Hooked them. This will work for everyone in the Gilgamesh Island.